This is rock and roll with double mics.
Right.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then there suddenly appeared before me.
I am Aphrodite, the goddess of love, and I'm here today to hear all your stories of love. What you're passionate about, what inspires you. I've been traveling around in my big blue clam throughout the cities of New York now for 2 weeks. We've been to Doctor, fill us in.
We've been to Bedford-Stuyvesant. We've been out at Jamaica Avenue in Queens. We've been in Flatiron Plaza in New York. We've been down in Foley Square. We've been all over the place, and we've got shows coming up in all 5 boroughs.
Ooh, I love a man with a ukulele. Now, are you in love at the moment?
Yes.
And what are you in love with, or who?
Well, I'm in love with Jules.
Uh-huh.
And I'm in love with music.
Right, now we met Jules earlier, folks, just to fill you in. And apparently these guys met through volunteering. Tell us about what you're volunteering for.
Well, we just started volunteering in the park. I think I called her for something in Socrates Park and asked her to talk about birds, and she talked about birds. And I also love bicycling around, and she used to love walking. And you know, everybody has to walk at one point or another. Yeah. But after I introduced her to bicycling, she fell in love too. But I would ride back and forth on the bridge, and I would see her, and I was like, that was that nice girl. So like, maybe I should talk. And then so finally I got to meet her.
Yeah.
And then we just started doing different activities together.
So what was your line like? Did you say, hey, I see you riding across the bridge, or hey, I know you're volunteering down the park?
Yeah, it was exactly that. I said, keep on walking. Actually, well, no, I didn't confess to her right away, but I have to tell you, I had a dream about her.
Get out. Hey, does she know this?
Yeah, she knows this
Okay,
now.
so tell me the dream.
She was talking about something incredibly boring that I really hate, and in the dream, I was fascinated. So I said, okay, I have to at least ask her for a date. So then I saw her, I was like, listen, why don't we go and do something? You promised to show me the birds of Astoria Park. So she showed me the birds over near the Astoria Mansion, the old Steinway Mansion. There's this broken down bridge, and like some birds hang out over there. So we went and we kind of like looked at the ruins together and spent the day together. And we weren't sure it was love yet.
Yeah. But
then I started thinking about her more and more and more, and we kind of were on the same page. We both went on vacations to different places, and when we came back, we met at a volunteer activity where a bunch of people go called Queen's Drinks. We said, we have to have another second date, like simultaneously. We said, we have to have a second date. So then we had the second date, and then it was just history. Then we bicycled for 6 hours, but also for a total of 15 miles, which isn't really that much for me or for her, but to a lot of people, like you say, like, okay, we have a date, and the only way we can get to this date is if we take 3 trains or rent a car, or we can just bicycle for 15 miles. Yeah. And most people will say, are you kidding?
Was it like
but
a
she was
physical
like,
challenge?
yes.
Were you in the back of my mind thinking, if this chick can do this, she's in?
Well, yeah, I was thinking that. If she was game, she would do it. I didn't think it was a big, huge challenge. There was one point where when we hit a little a hill, and she was like, oh no, a hill. And I was like, you can make it. And she stayed with it. And then we had a big plate of ravioli when we got home, and so, you know.
I love that. That is true romance.
And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one that I could ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold.